Hi, my name is Kat, and I help women in the midst of life's labyrinth connect to their inner truth and light their inner fireworks. And today I'd like to talk a little bit around anxiety. This is something that many of us experience, many more experience since Corona entered the human world this last spring. In the US, there are numbers that say up to 12% of people are on medication for anxiety, and that this number rose 37% when Corona came. In Sweden, up to 16% of the population have some form of diagnosed anxiety, which means that a lot more people are actually experiencing anxiety. And so what is anxiety? It is something that is a lived experience. It is an intense feeling and very often a very physical experience. It is often located into the breathing space in our body, the throat and the chest and the lungs. And it is a constriction that's happening. It's part of the freeze mechanism of the stress symptoms, the fight, flight, or freeze. It's connected to the freeze part. And so we may feel that we may have a choking feeling. We may have palpitations of the heart. We may start to sweat. We may shake. Feeling tremors in the fingers, for example. We may even experience physical pain in the body. We may feel nauseous. And these are just a few of the symptoms. And this varies from person to person. It's a very individual experience. And we also have a lot of thoughts around this during this experience. We may have thoughts around, I'm dying. I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. And this is the body telling us. It's sending us, it's screaming to us. I can't breathe. I feel suffocated. This situation is killing me. I have to get out of this. And it's a very paralyzing experience. It's an experience that really connects to the feeling of being stuck. Of being stuck in a situation, of being stuck in a phase of our lives and not being able to get out. And it's also very connected to the feeling of being a victim. And when I experience, I had anxiety, this shows up immediately. And I have thoughts around that, why is this happening to me? I can't deal with this. Someone else needs to fix these problems. I can't do this. This is too overwhelming. I can't deal with this right now. And so now that we've looked a little bit around what this is, we're just going to put that to one side and look at, okay, so what can we do about this? Because there is so much that we can do around anxiety that is not about popping a pill in our mouths. That is more around working with the body rather than making war against the body. So one thing that you can do is actually stay with the experience. We're so used to categorizing experiences and feelings as good or bad. And if we're in the bad category, if we're experiencing something that we have defined as a bad experience or a bad emotion, we need to immediately get over into the positive side. But in my world, there are no good or bad experiences. There are no good or bad feelings. All of them have something to give us. Of course, if they take over our lives, then we definitely want to do something about them. So sometimes staying in that sensation will help us understand what it's about. But if it becomes so overwhelming that your brain freezes and you cannot think and you become completely paralyzed, there are two really, really simple, really, really effective things to do. One of them is breathing, and there are numerous different breathing techniques. And I've talked about some of them before, and I'm gonna teach you a new one, a simplified version of a breathing technique called Tummo breathing. And I might not even be doing it right if someone is very experienced with this, but I'm just gonna show you one technique that works for me. And so the way this works is that you breathe out and you constrict yourself. And then you breathe in and you open up. And you breathe out, and I breathe out through my mouth. And breathe out as much air as you possibly can, and then breathe in. And when you breathe out, imagine that you're constricting your lungs, and when you feel that you cannot constrict anymore, constrict a tiny little bit more. So we're going to do it one more time together. So breathe out and hold for a bit, and breathe out even more, and breathe in and open up. So what this does, it allows your body to connect to that constricted feeling of the anxiety, and then to open up and allow your lungs to expand. Allow the diaphragm, which is the muscle that runs right across your body, that is the main breathing muscle, and allows that muscle to just do its work. And to bring new air and new thoughts, new inspiration, and new energy into our system. And you can do this as many times as you need to. Another really, really effective way of working with this is shaking. And there are millions of different ways to shake. So I'm gonna show you a technique called the trembling horse. And I just love, I'm doing this because I love the name. And to me, I can really relate to, you know, I don't know if you've ever seen a horse trying to get rid of flies on its body, and how it has this incredible way of just shaking part of its body. So the way this works is we breathe in and we shake our hands and arms. So breathe in and breathe out. And we breathe in through our nose and breathe out and shake the rest of the body. And one more time, breathe in, shake the arms, and breathe out, and the rest of the body. And here again, you can do this as many times as you want, and then just when you feel that you're done, just allow your body to soften and just be in the experience that is in your body after the shaking. And if you don't remember how to do this, just shake the body in whichever way feels good for you. Because shaking the body shakes up the energy, it moves the energy, it gets you out of that stuckness, that constriction. And so what I would love to encourage you to do as well is to ask yourself, what is the body telling me with this experience? What is the body communicating with me? And when you ask this question, it's a good thing to get out of your head, because that's where we get stuck when we're in anxiety, and get into your body. And one way that really connects me to my body really quickly is putting one hand on my heart and one hand on my belly, and taking a few deep breaths, and then just asking that question, what is it you're trying to tell me? And just sit with that for a while. You may receive an answer immediately. You may even know the answer before you're finished asking the question. You may receive the answer in another way. You may hear someone saying something and then you react and, that's it. Or you may see something on TV or on an advert or whatever. Or you may see something in nature that inspires something. Or you may not receive an answer. Whichever way is fine. Just doing it, just asking that question is telling your body, I'm listening to you. I am showing myself love. I am showing myself respect by listening to myself. And that is enormously powerful, enormously powerful. Another thing you can do is think about, how do I want to feel instead of the anxiety? And it may be feeling peaceful, it may be feeling joy, it may be feeling relaxed, whatever experience. And what you're looking at here is an experience in the positive sense, as opposed to not feeling stressed, not feeling anxious, because you want to connect to the thing that is in the other side of the, here we have the anxiety, and here we have all the goodies, all the joy, the relaxed, the peaceful states, and so on. And so once you've connected to what feeling, what sensation you want instead of the anxiety, bring into your conscious a time when you experience this, and take yourself back and experience that fully. Take yourself fully into that experience, noticing all the sensations that you're noticing in that moment. It may be smells, it may be sounds, it may be a taste, it may be something that you see. And allowing all of that to enter your being fully. Ask yourself the question, what little thing can I do? What small step can I take to allow for this experience to be a greater part of my life? Right. So I'm going to leave you with that. I would love to hear your thoughts around this video. And like I said before, if this is so overwhelming that you feel that it affects your life in a big way, seek out someone. Ask for help, because there is help. And if you don't know where to turn to, send me a message and I would love to assist you on that. So sending you lots of love. I am wishing a lovely day for you. Thank you for listening.